I'm Kelly and welcome to Kel's Lampwork Glass Jewellery and More channel. Today we are going to open Bargain Bead Box's box for October. So let's get the housekeeping out of the way and let me tell you a bit about Bargain Bead Box and their sister store Bead Box Bargains. So the difference is Bargain Bead Box is their subscription site, and I have another referral link for Bargain Bead Box. Yeah, I know, shameless plug. You do not have to use it, but if you were to choose to use it, then you get a bonus for using it. Whereas myself, if you use it, 3 people have to use it before I get a bonus, unlike with the referral codes. Then we have the subscriptions. If you would like a subscription, you can go onto their website, and if you use the referral link to get the subscription with a bonus with the referral link, or just choose a subscription without the referral link, it is purely your choice. Also, before I go any further, Bargain Bead Box's subscriptions for the UK with shipping is £25.07 a month. It does vary depending on the exchange rates, and in USD, that's US dollars, it is $22.99 a month. And I do apologise about the noise then, that was motorbike going past. I happen to live on a main road, and this just happens to be where I tend to record, so I do apologise for that. So back to where we were. Now on to our next thing. Bargain Bead Box have a sister site called Bead Box Bargains. It is an amazing site, and just to slightly backtrack, if you have the Bead Box Bargain Box, you actually get a 30% discount code to use in Bead Box Bargains. But you do not have to have the Bead Box Bargain Box to shop at Bead Box Bargains. So you do not have to have the Bargain Bead Box to shop at Bead Box Bargains. I know, a bit of a mouthful. But if you have the Bargain Bead Box 30% discount code, you can use it as many times as you like in a month. You do not have to wait to the end of the month to shop and wait to see what comes in throughout the month. You can use it as many times as you like. But if you do not have the box and you still wish to shop, their prices are so low that you don't even notice not having the 30% discount. Those prices are just outstanding. They are amazing. I buy so much of them. They have chain, they have bead caps, they have headpins, they have beads that range from Austin crystal to gemstones to checked glass. They have just so many outstanding things and more. It's just wonderful, the stuff that they have on their site. I don't know what they don't have that you couldn't want. That, like, literally, I buy everything I need to make jewellery with from them. So the next thing is that they have a really, really good YouTube channel where they do unboxings, they do tutorials, and they even do sneak peeks of what's going to come on the websites and other stuff, which is wonderful. I love seeing the sneak peeks. They just give me a little, oh, now what can I go and buy off their websites? It's just one of them. It's like they just give you that thrill of what's new, what's exciting, but also what other stuff is already on the website that you can go and look at and maybe buy that can enhance your jewellery making. Last but not least, they have a Facebook page called Bargain Bead Box Creative Corner, which is a wonderful Facebook page that you can put your makes on from stuff that you've bought off Bead Box Bargains, or even stuff from the Bargain Bead Box kits that you have made. Also, you can ask questions, and there are a lot of knowledgeable people on there that can answer your questions. So feel free, go and have a peruse around, add your pictures up from stuff that you've made from the boxes or from stuff you bought from the website. I'm sure you'll enjoy the Facebook page a lot. And I think that's all the housekeeping out of the way. So shall we turn you down to the mat? Have a look at this month's kit for October and get unboxing it and get making some jewellery, because I know I want to see what's in this kit because I haven't seen it yet, and I want to get making some jewellery for you guys, and I want to get unboxing this kit because I really want to get making jewellery. So let's turn you down to the mat and get having a look, get having a read of the sheets, see what amazing stuff they wrote about this month's kit, because honestly they put a beautiful blurb about their kits. So come on then, let's go down to the mat. See you soon. Here we have is October's Bargain Bead Box. All I've done is cut open the top. Alright, so here we have is the Bargain Bead Box for October. And we got Leafy Landscape. So let me read what it says. As you see, we have a 30% off coupon code that you get in each month's box. Where my finger's covered is the actual code. So let me read what it says. It says, this earthy palette showcases the abstract beauty of Picasso jasper. Oh, that should be nice. With its gorgeous linear patterns and autumnal colours reminiscent of late fall horizons, pumpkin leaf and pine cone motifs add to the autumn theme with sparkling crystal accents and selections of finding in antique bronze. Oh, antique bronze. That should be really nice. This cozy colour combination makes me want to curl up with a good book and sip some tea. So, with each piece of paper you get a list like this. And this month's total, approximate retail value of this shipment is $81.82, which when I come back, I will tell you how much that is in pounds. I will make sure this month I do tell you how much that is in pounds. So let me pull this out off to the side. And we've got this in this beautiful green organza bag. So let me just undo this and pull this out. Spread it out, just separate out the metals. Just quickly separate all out and separate out the metals and stuff. Just makes it a little quicker when it comes to finding stuff. Sorry about that little ping. That was my my arm for my boom arm. Right, so first of all, we have a 33 by 18 millimeter Picasso Jasper tab pendant, which is $6.99. So that is this one, and every single one is different. This is sort of, it hasn't got so much patterning. So let me see if I can get you quite focused. If you give me a second, I'm just going to sort out my lights. I do apologise if I knock you about a bit. It seems it's a bit dingy on my mats. There we go. That's a bit more light on the subject. Here we go. So we've got this one. Isn't that absolutely stunning? So every one of these pendants is different. So next we have a 15-inch strand of 8 millimeter Picasso Jasper round beads. So this is these ones. And look at the length of that strand, and look at all the beautiful colours in that strand. We got browns, we got greys, we got yellows mixed in. Such an autumnal strand. It's just, oh, it's so juicy, and it reminds me of autumn so much, with all the leaves coming off the trees and changing colours. That does. Then we have a 7.5-inch strand Picasso Jasper nugget beads. Again, another one that reminds me of autumn, and I love this shape. This shape is just so wonderful, and the sort of the smooth rounded corners of the beads. It's just such a nice bead in itself. I love nugget beads. They are stunning beads to work with. Next, we have a 7.5-inch 10mm Picasso Jasper round beads. And they're actually rainbow Picasso Jasper, these are. And look at them. Look at the rainbow colour in them. Just a true autumnal bead if ever I saw one. And the rainbow Jasper just has this absolute pop of colour in every bead. Just bang in every bead. Just, they bring the vibrance to every piece of jewellery that you make. Next, we have a 14.5-inch 4mm agate dyed/heated faceted round bead. Right, this is this one, and These are $4.99, and look at the lovely colours on these. They remind me of so many different things. Not just autumn, but they remind me of so many different seasons. You can create so much with these, and it is such a long strand, and I love the size of this bead. They can work perfectly as dangles. But look at the change of colour. If you go from here to here, the change of colour is so wonderful. Just, they're beautiful little beads. If I put these up against the nuggets, look at the change of colour. They're such beautiful beads to put together. I just love the bead combination. Next, we have a 6-piece 10 by 15 millimeter Malaysian jade dyed quartz carved pumpkins, $5.99. And I absolutely love Malaysian jade, and the shapes of these are absolutely wonderful. Look at the carving on these. They are outstanding, and the pumpkin shape is wonderful. But Malaysian jade, no matter what colour, is wonderful. And look at the range of colour on those beads. They're not all exactly the same. I think it's hard to tell in the camera, but they do have a subtle difference in shade. It's like this top one is slightly darker than this one here. You might be able to just see it in the camera now I've put them next to each other, but they're all slightly different. It's like these two here are darker than these two here, so that they're absolutely stunning, these Malaysian jade. So next we have 10-inch 5 by 5 millimeter crystal English cut round in evergreen AB, $4.99. So these are crystal faceted English cut round beads in evergreen AB. Now, I myself am not sure about these, but doesn't mean they're any less stunning. Look at the absolute shine on them. They are outstanding. I'm very unsure about greens myself. I can work with them perfectly, but some greens I'm generally unsure about. But I'm sure I can find a place for these absolutely stunning beads. Next, we have a 15-inch strand of 6 by 4 millimeter crystal faceted rondelles in green with bronze iris. Now, these beads I'm also a little unsure about. It's an amazing long strand, but again, I'm still unsure about the beads. Again, another green strand. I can work with them perfectly. I can work with any bead. As I always say, you can work with any bead if you put your mind to it. But they go perfect with this box because of the bronze going with the rainbow Picasso jasper. Beautiful greens with the bronze to go for the autumnal pattern, but they've got that beautiful shine on them. that flashes in the lights. If you catch them just right in the lights, they shine beautifully. Look at that. As I move them, can you see the lovely twinkle? I'm sure I can find a beautiful place for them. So next we have a two, oh, have I missed something? Just give me 2 secs. I think I have missed something. Just give me 30 seconds. There we go. 13-inch 4mm crystal faceted bicones in blue green iris, which is a 13-inch strand, $4.99. Look at these, aren't they gorgeous? Reminds me of the bluest of blue sky. They are outstanding. I do love these beads, but there isn't a blue I haven't met in beads that I do not like. And let me bring them a bit closer. Aren't they lovely? They're like one of those blues that you could just sink into in a nice autumn into winter evening, that you just sat there around the campfire, with the fire blazing away, with that as you're going into the evening and that sky is there. So next we have 2-piece 25 by 20mm leaf pendants. Just let me find them. I've got them. Now these are beautiful. So this is what they look like on this side, and look at the detail in those pendants. And even on the back you can see the detail. All the way down the spine you've got that lovely detail, and on the front you've got all that detail. These are absolutely stunning. I honestly think I'll be buying some more of these. So after that we've got 10-piece 13 by 7mm pine cone charms. Now before I go any further, all these are lead free, nickel free and cadmium free. All these pieces that are coming up. So I'll put one of these up on my finger so I can bring it up really close. So you've got these, and this is it really close up so you can see. Look at the amazing detail on that. The detail is outstanding. Oh. Detail on these charms is absolutely outstanding. It really is. You can see, oh, I do apologise. You can see like every bit of the pine cone here. And it's got a reasonable size loop to them as well. Absolutely wonderful these are. And there are 10 of them. So next after that, we've got 30-piece 5mm corrugated barrel spacer beads. And these are those beautiful barrel, got one that's trying to jump, barrel spacer beads. Honestly, I swear by it, they're alive. Aren't they wonderful? And this is what they look like close up. So that's those barrel spacer beads. Try and put them down. Just form around. Next we've got 8 by 6mm hematite man-made pumpkin beads, which is a 7.5-inch strand, which are absolutely great. I love these. I don't know if these will find a way into my design, but I've got a sure thinking that they might, because I really do like these. Next we have 7mm bumpy 6-petal bead caps. I like these bead caps, and these are the type of bead caps that I usually buy from Bargain Bead Box. So here you go, these are all the bead caps. Got quite a few of them, and this is them close up. They're really pretty bead caps. Really pretty bead caps. So after that, we've got 10-piece 15 by 9mm leaf links. Oh, you're gonna like these. These are outstanding. Great for making bracelets. They're lovely. I think these are wonderful. They're great for making bracelets, necklaces, even earrings, anklets. They're also great for bookmarks, great for keychains. Wonderful little links. Try and see if I can get a little closer to the camera. Yeah, there you go. But look at how finely scrolled they are. Very reminiscent of leaves. So next we have 2-piece 22 by 17mm leaf detail chandelier links. Oh, these are beautiful. Bargain Bead Box have done really well with these. They're one-sided, and they have got so much detail put into them. I absolutely love them. But as you can see, they've got one link at the top and 3 on the bottom. So you can do either like a 3-strand bracelet going like that, 3-strand necklace, or do a pair of earrings going like that. Next, we have 1 meter 4 by 2.7 millimeter oval jewellery chain. Now this is lovely chain. It's got lovely size links, so easy to clasp into, and as you can see, quite a long length of it. It's a lovely chain and a lovely colour. Next, we have 17mm brass super hold magnetic oval clasp. Oh no, I'm wondering if I'm ever going to get this open. So this is the actual clasp. Very simple, but still very stunning. Now let's see if I can get this open. Oh, flipping heck, I did get it open. Now, as you can see, that really does grasp. It's not an easy one to pull apart. You see, you've really got to twerk it apart. You've got to really twist it. It's got quite a bit of torque to it. Next, we got 5 grams mixed brass jump rings in antique bronze. I'm not going to take these out of the packet. Oh, wrong one. So, as you can see, you've got a mixed bag, and you can buy these mixed bags on Bead Box Bargains in loads of different colours, and you can buy mixed bags, different sizes. You can buy bags that are just one size. These mixed bags are really easy. I like to just grab a mixed bag in the different colours and just chuck them in my travel bag when I go away. And I go and do conferences and stuff. They're wonderful. And last but not least, which is a bonus item, 10-piece nickel-free brass ear wires. And this is enough to make 5 pairs of earrings. I'm just going to show you the one of how they are. So this is the ear wire. Lovely ear wire. It's hammered on the edge here. And you've got a little coil here. And it just opens here. Alright, lovely ear wires. And they're brilliant. They're brilliant to work with. So, that is October's Bargain Bead Box. That is the entirety of the box. Let me pull it so you can see it all. And now, let me make 3 items for you. So, let me come back to you with what I have. Right, we're on to the necklace portion of making for the jewellery. But before we start, I said I would give you the sterling amount for the kit. So the United States dollar amount was 81.82. So that comes to, in Great British pounds, 62.71. So that's how much the kit is actually worth with the full amount. So now on to the jewellery. So this is the actual layout. So let me zoom you out. Oh, not that far. Just zoom you out a little bit. So this is the entire layout. So what we're actually doing, as you can see, there's a bracelet on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a necklace and bracelet attached together. I know, my wonderful, intriguing designs, kind of odd. So how they're going to be attached together is they're going to be attached together with toggle clasps. So you'll have sort of the necklace and the bracelet, or you can have the bracelet and the necklace, or you can have side, it's up to you. So how we're doing that is we're going to be using the 10mm Rainbow Picasso Jasper round beads, which is the 7.5 inch strand, which is $6.99. We're going to be using the Rainbow Picasso Jasper rectangle nugget beads, 7.5 inch at $6.99. We are going to be using the 8mm Rainbow Picasso Jasper round beads, 15-inch strand at $7.99. That's in dollars again. We're going to be using the 4mm faceted agate dyed and heated round beads, 14.5 inch at $4.99. We're going to be using the 4mm crystal faceted bicone beads in blue green iris, 13-inch, and that's $3.99. We are going to be using as well the 30-piece 5mm corrugated barrel spacer beads, which are lead free, nickel free, cadmium free, and they're $2.99. We are going to be using the 3mm jump rings out of the 5-gram mixed bag of jump rings. And out of my stash, we are going to be using 2 sets of modern floral toggle clasps, which came in a 3 set, and they're lead free, nickel free, and cadmium free, and they were $2.99. And as far as I know, you can still get them on the website. I'm going to be using a sort of purple colour tiger tail, which you can also get off Bargain Bead Box. I'm going to be using some blackened crimp tubes, which you can get off Softflex's website. I'm going to be using some brass wire guardians. These ones I actually got off Temu. The other tools you are going to need, either standard crimping pliers or magical crimpers. You are going to need 2 pairs of pliers, chain nose pliers, bent nose pliers for your jump rings, or you can use a pair of square nose pliers to open your jump rings, and you're going to need a pair of cutters. So that's basically all you're going to need. And of course, just a bit of pizzazz and playfulness to design and have a bit of fun. So, let's start by pulling off, how much did I write down? That's always the best piece to start. Right, we're going to do this as double strand wire, because this is only 7-strand tiger tail. So you're going to need as well, which I forgot to put on the list of things we're going to need, your tape measure. Always going to need your trusty tape measure. So we're going to do this as 2 strands through your wire. And of course my tiger tails all unraveling now. So I'm going to pull off 2 34-inch strands. So just basically start on the end, start on the end of your tape measure, and just pull it along your tape measure. And hope your tiger tail doesn't unravel like mine's just done. And cut it off. Rather than use tape measure for your second strand, get your end, put it right on the end, and just run it along. And then cut it off. What I'm going to have to do before we go any further, I'm going to have to pause you just to wind up my tiger tail. Because if I tilt you slightly, I'm going to, as you can probably see, it's unravelled everywhere. So I am going to pause you just to ravel this back up. So I'll be back in a jiffy. What magical stuff tiger tail is when it rolls off the strand, eh? You have to go chasing it. So, now I've tamed my tiger tail, let's get back to doing this. So, put your 2 strands together. So you've got them straight up next to each other. Get a crimp. If you find it hard getting 4 strands into the soft flex 4x4, 2x2 crimps, sorry, you can buy the 3x3 crimps. So chuck that on your strand and then get yourself a wire guardian. Feed it through, and I'm hoping this goes through me flipping wire guardian. I'm just hoping it's not too thick. Oh no, seems to have gone through. Little tight, but it's gone through. When you put it back through, make sure that you've got it in the channel with both of them. Because it can be a bit tight. Can be a bit tight feeding them through. As you can see, while I'm trying to push this through, it's very tight. Right, let's get my pliers to pull this through. Oh, there we go, we got it through. Right, I'm just going to even this up. And then I'm actually going to pull it back on itself, because I don't want this much wire on the one side. So I'm going to pull it back on itself a bit. Find my crimp tube. And then feed my 2 strands through my crimp tube. So we've got all 4 strands going through the crimp tube. Then before I do anything else, I'm going to pull these wires back even further, if I can. Which might be a little impossible without over bending anything. No, that might be all right. Right, so there we go. We've got it sat right up there, as you can see. So now get your crimping pliers, put it in the back notch. I'm just going to make sure this is settled right up at the top, right up next to the, and it's actually settled right level. There we go. In the back notch, crimp down, turn half a turn, put it in the front notch, squeeze, and then put it right on the tip. And give it a good squeeze. There we go. And then separate the excess wire away and cut it off. And put it down. So now onto the bead threading. Just move these little bits out of the way. So with this being a double strand, everything's just got to go onto the double strand. So we'll start from the right hand side. So now all I've got to try and do is keep everything in frame. And of course I've already made, no, I haven't made a mistake, don't worry. It's because of the way I'm threading. You know when you think you've made a mistake because of the way you're threading? Because of the way bead boards work. So basically starts like that, because that'll be the bit that goes into the clasp, and then we just start putting on our gemstones now. It's always going to be a lot harder with it being a double strand. The reason we're doing a double strand is because gemstones are a lot heavier, and this being a longer necklace, you're going to need the double strand to take the weight of the gemstones. Just let me level up the end of this strand. There we go, that's better. So, as I was saying before I had to level up, gemstones are generally a lot heavier than a lot of other beads. So you need to have the extra strands when you're using seven strand. So it's generally better to double up your tiger tail. Over here in the UK, it's actually quite hard to get a lot more than 7 strands, unless you order from the States. Now we're going to have one of those 10mm beautiful Picasso Jaspers, because we've already had one of the 8mm. This is an asymmetric necklace, as you probably saw when I was showing it you. I just thought putting the beautiful Picasso Jaspers around the necklace, distributed beautifully, was a really good idea. And how this necklace will be worn is you'll have sort of like it like this, so more so like the whole strand. Then you'll have the bracelet portion here, and you can sort of wear it like that, you can wear it like that, you can flip it over and wear it. So you can have the clasps in different places, or you can even take the bracelet portion off and just wear the necklace and bracelet separate, so on and so forth. Just whichever makes you comfortable. So now we've got one of those beautiful 8mm. Now we're back to the faceted agates. 4mm faceted agate, which honestly have got some absolutely beautiful colourings in them. They've got some lovely autumnal colours. I could use these little beads all day. I love agate beads. This is going to be a very long stringing project. It's going to be a long section of the video that sadly I cannot break down, because this is an asymmetrical necklace bracelet project. You know, whereas some of my projects, where usually I have like two sides the same, I will string one side, then I will string the other side. I sadly can't do that in this case, because they're two different sides. So I can't do that for you in this case. But you are more than welcome to skip through if the stringing is taking far too long, because I'm not the fastest stringer. Just the same as I'm not the best wire worker. Yes, I have flaws in every area of my jewellery making. I am not afraid to say it. Now here we have is one of those lovely rectangle rainbow Picasso jaspers, which are absolutely beautiful. I love the shape, I love the colours. I'll take them any day of the week. But as I was saying, I'm not afraid to admit any of my weaknesses when it comes to my jewellery making. I have many of them. But one of the things I am good at, I think I'm reasonably good at it, is design. You guys might not agree. I don't know. Might have to tell me in the comments what you think of my design choices. I'll never be offended if you don't like my design choices. I won't be offended. To be honest, I'd be grateful of your opinions. I'd be grateful to hear what you'd like to see more of in my YouTube videos. I'd be grateful to hear what you, oh, there's that creaky spot on my table. I'd like to hear what you'd like to see less of. Sorry, off camera. Less of in my videos. What you'd like to see and just what you'd love me to show you. As that makes my videos more interesting for yourselves, the watcher. Because isn't that the way this goes? That the watcher should be interested in what they're watching. So feel free to share what you'd like to see. So now another one of these beautiful rectangle beads in Picasso Jasper, and look at the beautiful grey patterning in that bead. It's gorgeous, just gorgeous. I love the greys in Picasso Jasper. It's what draws me to Picasso Jasper, is the greys and the blues. I love these barrel beads as well. Corrugated barrel beads. They are so lovely. And even though when I originally looked at these I wasn't sure, I actually quite like these faceted bicones. I like the colour. They actually cause the Picasso Jasper to pop quite a bit. Straighten that out. The only problem with very small beads, the holes are always very hard to find, which is not easy when it comes to trying to string at speed. I do not know how some designers do it. I do apologise about the creaking, I'm having to adjust my position. Just give me a second, I've got to get some beads up because it seems I made a faux pas in my design pattern. Just give me a second. I'm just going to change a couple of beads round. I have actually got them right. I just put them in the wrong place on the mat. I put the blue ones, the faceted bind cones, where the agate go. That's all I'd done when I was designing. And made a faux pas. Or faux pas, as they would say. Not the really posh version of faux pas. My mates take the mick out of me so much when I do that. And I bet you're laughing, taking the mick as well as I'm doing it. So, I'm wondering how much fun you guys are having today with it being Sunday. Are you stuffing yourselves with the Sunday roast? Sorry, I picked up the wrong beads, I do apologise. Are you all nearly ready for Thanksgiving? Because isn't that November? So you should all be getting everyone should be getting ready for it round about now, if that is the holiday you celebrate. Is everyone ready for Halloween and looking forward to celebrating Halloween with their kids and going to all the Halloween celebrations? Or what else could we be getting ready to celebrate? Like in the UK, we celebrate something called Bonfire Night, which is on the 5th of November. And that is about when the Houses of Parliament, where, if I remember rightly, were nearly blown up. Don't take my word for it, because I could be getting it slightly wrong. Because history was never my strong suit. Oh, wrong bead. And honestly, history was never my strong suit when it came to things like that. I was great at World War II history, but any other kind of history I was terrible at. But is everyone also looking forward to Christmas? And celebrating and being stuffed to the brim? Oh, put the other beads. The other bead through, the other wire through the bead. Thought it had gone through when it hadn't. So I'm going to show you the pattern so far in a second. Right, this is the pattern so far. Which I hope you're enjoying this pattern. And I'm just going to take a drink, okay? Now I've had a quick drink, let's finish threading these beads. So, on to now, we are going to put another 8mm. Now we're running down the other side of the necklace. So we're getting into, so hopefully soon this necklace will be complete if I can thread it quick enough. So you're not sat here bored watching me thread this necklace. But I really do hope you think it's a beautiful design I made. I love all the sort of way the beads are moulded. Sort of you get like little indents in agate. You get all the sort of striations in the beads. They're so beautiful. I do truly love gemstones. And I hope you do yourselves. They are such beautiful beads and they are such beautiful stones, whether they're made into beads or not. My apologies. I honestly could spend a lifetime working with gemstones and learning all the different gemstones on the planet and learning all about them. I'd love to know what everyone who watches this, what your favourite gemstone is. And what your what's your favourite property about the gemstone is that you like. Or if you have more than one gemstone that you like, I'd love to know. Alright, I am going to move about a bit just to adjust where I'm working. Sitting on this stool for so long, you sort of get a bit of backache. Sorry about that really loud creak then. I moved my right leg and pushed the right side of the table up, because the table I use is an old poker table. So it has like 2 leaves of a table that fold out. So when you sort of lean on one of the leaves, or you sort of catch it with your leg or something, it really creaks. But it's a beautiful mahogany table. It's absolutely stunning, which is why I have it covered up with white card, and I have other stuff over it, because I do not want the table to get damaged. I do apologise about my sniffing. I have allergies. I'm just going to try and do this single strand and single strand. And lost the bead. I had a bead jump. Nearly there with the stringing parts. Not many beads left. I strand split. Next 3 beads. Oh, just gotta grab hold of them. Oh, look at the wonderful change in colour on this bead. You've got some light, you've got some dark. Look how beautiful it is. Look, you've got light on one colour, dark on the other. Light and dark side. Just stunning. It's like with this one, you've got some light and you've got some dark on it. Just stunning beads. These agates. And then this one's just so light. So I wonder what designs you guys have got. If you have got October's Bargain Bead Box kit. Well, box. Let me just try and move positions. Try and get these beads on. we've got these 3 last peach moonstone. Which I really need to try and keep in screen, because I bet you're going, God, I wish you wouldn't go off screen. Sorry about the creaking. I bet that does drive you guys mad at times, because I know it drives me mad actually allowing you guys to hear it. And look at the colour of this bead. I'll bring it up for you guys to see in a second when I put it onto the strand. So I'll bring it up. Look at the colour of this peach moonstone. Well, it's not peach moonstone, sorry, it's agate. It is stunning. So now we are going to add on the crimp tube. Yep, add on the crimp tube and add on the wire guardian. So string the crimp tube on to both wires, like you did at the start, and then back through the wire guardians. So at one side, so put it up, and down the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one first and put it in a little way, and then I'm going to put the other one behind it. And they've just decided to pop out. Right, so let me get underneath the camera so I can see what I'm doing. Try and make sure I'm in shot. So put one in. See if by pulling it up that might work. Right, let me put you in focus. And see if I can do this through the camera. So put one through and put it through quite a way. Then get the other one and put it behind the other one and push it through. Not always easy to do on camera. I do apologise about the creaking. I'm having to adjust position to try and do this. Then pull down on your wires with your pliers if you have to, making sure you put them in before you put them into the top. You put them through your crimp tube, because you're going to have to adjust your wires before you put them in to the groove, so you don't bend your wire guardian. So you have to pull your wires all the way up on one side, and then start pulling them down on the other side. By making sure to pull your crimp tube up. So it's just working your wires. but not working them too much because you want your necklace to be flexible. But make sure you pull them into the groove. Make sure your wire guardian's straight. So give your necklace a bit of a twist. Make sure you pull everything down. Apologise about the sniffling. As I said, allergies. Right, so now you've got it like that. Push together your wire guardian. Put it in the back notch of your crimping pliers and crimp. Turn halfway. Put it into the front notch. And then put it without it twisting, preferably. So it folds, and then put it right on the tip and give it a bit of a squeeze to make sure it's well and truly done, and then give it a tug to make sure it's secure, and cut away your wires. There you go, and keep your wires safe. Right, now we've done this first half of the necklace braces combo. Before we put the findings on this end, we're going to do the other part of it, which is this part here, which is the bracelet part of the necklace bracelet combo. So, because as I said, we've got basically gemstones on here, we are going to cut 2 strands at 15 inches. So let's get out the soft tape measure again and get our beading wire that we were using before. Let's hope it doesn't uncoil this time. So I'm actually going to hook it in as I'm cutting this first strand. Try and hold on to it. So I'm going to hold it up against here, against the end, go down to 15 inches. Hold that against my body so it doesn't uncoil. Cut it 15 inches. Put away my soft tape measure. Again, hold against the one end so we can get exactly the same length. Pull it along the length and then cut again up against the end of the other strand, so we end up with 2 strands. And then pull the beading wire back up, and I'm going to put it back in the bag so it cannot uncoil anywhere, so nice and safe. So if you want to know which one this is of Bead Box Bargain's website, I'm going to show you what it is. This is wire 587, and that's off Bargain Bead Box's website. So again, we are going to put the strands together. We are going to put a crimp tube onto both wires on one end, so that drop down a bit. We are going to get a wire guardian. We're going to feed that through one side, both wires. I can actually see the wire guardian to do it, which I'm finding is a little difficult to do. I know why I'm finding it a little difficult to do. I haven't got my ring light on. There we go, that's a little better, and it'll be a little better for you to actually see what I'm doing as well. So there's one wire up. I'm going to feed the second wire up. I wondered why it was a little dull. You know, sometimes when you look at something you think, oh, it doesn't seem as bright in here. And then you sort of look down and you go, of course, you forgot to put a light on. This wire does not seem to want to be going in. So what I might do is I might create this loop without the wire guardian if I can't get this wire through. I couldn't choose falling off the end because I've had to move it around so much. So I'm going to have to feed the current tube back up the other side once I've got this wire guardian on. Might have to try another wire guardian because that one seems to be a little narrow. Sometimes the wire guardians aren't always perfect in their thicknesses. And this wire seems a little thicker than the beading wire I usually use. There we go, I've got it up. So of course, up and over. So put it down to one side, the one of them. And then feed the other one after you got that one in. Feed the other one down behind it, makes it a little easier sometimes to get it in. I do apologise if I go off camera a little bit trying to get this through. I'm going to have to cut this a little bit on the end. Because it's a little kinked up. If I have to keep cutting it, I might have to get another wire. You have to use your pliers to feed the wire through. Pull it back a bit on the other side so you haven't got so much wire being fed through. So you want so much wire on the one side, but not too much. Oh, losing my wire. little springy on me. Make sure that it's actually in the divot at the top here. So now we've got both wires through, I am going to feed the wire back on the opposite end, the crimp tube back on the opposite end of the wire. And then feed it onto the other two pieces of beading wire. So we've got all 4 pieces of beading wire going through the crimp tube. I'm going to squeeze the wire guardian together and push the crimp tube up. Get my crimping pliers, put it in the back notch and crimp. Turn it halfway round and crimp again, and take it right to the tip and give it a squeeze. So you have something that looks like this. Give it a tug to make sure it's crimped, and then cut off the small wires right up against the crimp tube, making sure not to cut your long wires, because otherwise you've got to go through all that pain and torture again. Right, so now we've got to that bit. So you should have a long piece like this with 2 strands. So now on to the less painful bit, and we're back to the squeaking table and the squeaking stool. So let's add 3 beads on, 3 of the agate, 4mm agate, so that the toggle clasp goes through, the toggle clasp and the toggle bar go through each other. Because you need some smaller beads to allow the toggle clasp and the toggle bar to be able to get through. Then next we're going to have an 8mm rainbow jasper. Then we're going to have a bicone, 4mm faceted bicone, a corrugated brass bead, spacer bead, and a 4mm faceted bicone. Then we are going to have a rainbow jasper, a rectangle bead. And again, we are going to have some more of the lost me words. Sorry, words are hard today, as you found out earlier. The bicones, the corrugated spacers, and another bicone. I seem to have left a set of them out. Again, another 8mm bead, another 8mm rainbow jasper. And just let me get 3 beads out, because I seem to have left 3 beads out here, which I've just got here. So again, another set of the spacers. So a faceted bicone, which are absolutely stunning, as are these corrugated beads. And again, another one is beautiful, sorry, causing an earthquake by knocking my table. Do you know, earthquakes are something that don't happen very often in the UK. And again, a rectangle bead, but back to what I was saying. We don't get earthquakes in the UK very often, but when we do, we know about it. We know about it really bad in the UK when we get an earthquake. We don't get hurricanes very often, but when we do, we know about it. We get them probably once every 10 to 15 years. Then we get a little batch, and then nothing for 10 to 15 years. I'm lucky where I live, we tend not to see them. Right, and again, I have forgotten the spacers. So we need one of the corrugated beads, and we need some of the bicones. We need 2 bicones, right. So, bicone. Corrugated bead, which, look, these are so stunning. I love these beads. And I will show you these bicone beads again in a second when I put it on, because these bicone beads are stunning. Look at them. They are gorgeous, and this is why I'm using. It's such a lovely colour. It'd be a great colour just to use on its own. And these rainbow jasper rectangles are stunning. Look at the colours on there. Absolutely amazing. So I just think they are absolutely wonderful. Literally all the rainbow jaspers have such amazing colours on them. It's like they are all amazing beads. Again, another set of what I'm using the spacers. So the bicones, the actual spacers, which are the corrugated spacers, and the bicones. And what I have forgot to get out is 3 more agates to the other end. One, 2, and 3. There we go. 3 more agate for the other end. Because whereas, yes, I have used the actual bicones throughout, I'm using the agates on the end just to add a different pop of colour into the necklace, into the bracelet portion to tie it in with the necklace portion of this. So the whole thing ties in together. Look at the gorgeousness in that bead, in that agate. It's got such rich reds and oranges in there. It's wonderful. So next we are going to add on the crunch tube, and we are going to, if I just let me move my position a bit, sorry about all the creaking. Next we are going to grab another wire guardian and feed these through the wire guardian on the other end after we've added the crunch tube on. So what I'm going to do is even them off a bit. Feed one over. Just make sure I'm in camera range. Feed one over. And then feed one in the gap behind it. I'll put it in the gap behind it, use my pliers to try and feed it through. Bead permitting, wire guardian permitting. Oh, there we go. It's gone through a bit. It is a bit tight trying to get it through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this through the crunch tube already before we've even pulled it down, and then work at pulling it down. So I'm going to lift the crunch tube up, feed these two wires through the crunch tube, one at a time. Right, I'm just going to take this off the camera a second because I need to push and I need it a bit closer to me to be able to do what I'm doing. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm getting hold of the wires at the top and I'm pulling the wire guardian down. Towards the work. So these wires come up and then you can pull them into the work while still making sure it's curved, and then grab hold of the wires and pull them. Hold them together when you pull them so they pull evenly. Make sure your wire guardian's straight and your wires are actually in the wire guardian. And then crimp your wire guardian. Well, crimp the crimp tube, not the wire guardian, sorry. So give it a crimp, because as my work's flexible, as you can see. Turn it slightly, crimp, and then go to the tip and give it a tug just to make sure it's tight, and then cut off the excess wires. There you go. So now I'm going to put my tools back so I don't lose anything. So now we need either a pair of bent nose pliers and chain nose pliers, or you can use flat nose pliers, or what I call them is I call them square nose pliers. So you are going to need the other part of your necklace as well. You are going to need 4 3mm jump rings. You are going to need 2 sets of toggle cloths of your choice, and that's about it. So let's put this together. So grab a jump ring and find the gap. Put through the bar of the clasp and then through the wire guardian, or through the wire guardian then the clasp might be a better way. So through the wire guardian, then through the clasp, and close the jump ring. Make sure it's properly closed. So now on the other side, I have to put on a clasp and the loop. So again, through the wire guardian, and through the loop of the toggle clasp, and time to close. This thing does not seem to want to close for me. It's picking on me today. Come on, little jump ring. If you talk to your jewellery, it will work for you in the end if you talk to it. Come on, little jump ring, close for me. That's what I've always believed. If you talk to your jump rings, they will close for you. And the rest of your jewellery if you talk to it. Come on, little jump ring. There you go. I've talked to it and it's closed for me. It's because I'm using such little jump rings. You can use the 4mm out of them, or if you've got 4mm yourself and you're not using Bargain Bead Box and you're just doing this design, then feel free to use the bigger jump rings. That's more than your choice. So again, through the wire guardian, and then through the loop of your toggle, oh, stabbed myself with me tweezers. With me pliers. I'm not very good with small jump rings. There's a lot of things with jump rings I'm not very good at, I will be honest. I think design's my best bet with jewellery. So there we go, that one's closed. Now time for this one. That right, didn't go too far. I still managed to find it. It bounced off me boxes of beads, which is a good stack high. I'm telling you, it's a good stack high. I'd say it's a good 3 inches high, me stack on my table. And it bounced off that. I will get this, I promise. We won't be here much longer, but I'm gonna have to put up. You're gonna have to put up the creek a second. I do apologise. because I need to lean on that side of the table to put this one on. Seems this one just wants to be really stubborn and not go on. You ever get the feeling it's going to be one of them days? There we go. I said it'd go on at some point. It was just a matter of when. So, now we've finally got that on, let me show you this necklace. So, let me pull you out so I can show you the beginning of it and show you how this works. So, you can either have it like this, and oh, give me a second, and like this. So you've got a bracelet and necklace set, or you can have it so you've got it where it joins together and you end up with a longer necklace, and you can wear your joins here at any point. So I hope that interests you, and I hope you've enjoyed that part of the making. So next we'll go on to the earrings. So now we've done the necklace, we are going to work on a pair of earrings. So we are going to do an upside down pumpkin with a leaf and some acorns on the bottom. So let's get this one done so you can see it. So we're going to use 1 mil, which is 18 gauge wire. So we're going to cut the end of the wire off so we have a flat end. We're going to use about step pliers on the second step. So just turn it so you get a P shape on the end. So you just get it so it's on a P. Then knock it back. Just get that on the end. Well, what I'm going to do this the actual really simple way. I'm just going to use my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to knock it back. And then straighten the end of that up. There we go. Now I'm going to get my measuring tape, and I'm going to cut this 3 inches long. So from the end of the loop, I'm going to cut it 3 inches. So that's what we need. So now I am, first of all, I'm going to put on a bead cap facing the right way up. Then I'm going to put on the Malaysian jade pumpkin bead. Then I am going to put on a bead cap. Then I'm going to put on one of the faceted green beads, not one of the ones with the bronzite on, but one of the other faceted beads. Let me try and get you a bit more in focus. So one of these ones, put one of them on, but you can use one of the bronzite ones if you so choose. So we're going to put 4 of them on. And we're going to hold that bead and bend it right over the top of the bead. So you just get a right angle. I'm going to actually get my pliers and do that. So we've got straight right angle. Then I'm going to cut it 1/4 of an inch. Making sure to hold that little bit of wire so it doesn't go flying. Then use the second step again on the bell set pliers. And turn it back towards there, watching it because I might need to cut a bit more off. Because you can work this back in stages. And just keep cutting little bits off if you have to make your loop. Until you get the perfect loop. Just like I have there. So there you go. You have your loop on either end. So now we are going to add the leaf, some chain, some pine cones, the jump rings to attach everything, and the ear wire. So let's get doing that. So first of all, we are going to cut our chain. There are a couple of ways you can do this. You can use your tape measure to do this, but also there is another way, which if you give me a second to get a bit of wire, you can basically get your chain when you are making 2 at once, and put the last link of your chain through the wire. So say this is our S&Q chain, put it through the wire, dangle the chain off the wire, and then put another piece of chain on and cut them level at the bottom. But because I pre-made this earring and I know exactly how long it's got to be, I'm actually going to do it a different way. So the chain actually needs to be 1 inch and 7/8 long. So that's how long we're going to cut this other piece. So let's get our cutters out. So you're going to bring it right on the end here. So that link right on the end. We're going to go to 1 inch and 7/8, which is that link just there, and we are going to cut on that link there. So we're going to get our cutters, bring them up, and bring them up to the link and just cut the link. There we go. It was nice and simple to cut the link. and make sure I get it back in the correct bag, which I will do in a bit. So there's our piece of chain. That's as long as it is, which for this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 links. That's as long as you need for this bit of chain. It's 18 links per earring. So we're going to do it that way. You're going to need 2 pairs of pliers, to put the ends on. So find the end of your jump ring. Don't know just the way I am, because I'm surprised enough, I'm sat right on the left hand side of my chair, and I would have fallen right off the edge if I wasn't careful. Open your jump ring so you go back to like that, not like that, otherwise you will damage your jump ring. Put this through the last link of your chain. You can only get 1 jump ring through the link to your chain, which is why both of these are on 1 link. You could stagger them, put like 1 jump ring on a link, put one of these on a jump ring, and then like put a jump ring and then put a jump ring, or just do it like this. It is your design, so your choice. Make sure you close the jump ring properly. These are 5mm jump rings. So there we go. So that's the end of that. So now we are going to find the closure bit on the bottom of here, and we're going to swing it open. We're going to slide on the leaf first, and then we're going to slide the last link onto the wire. And then we're going to close the wire back up. Making sure it is tightly closed back to the other piece of wire. Otherwise your chain will slip off. So there's that bit. Then we're going to get another jump ring, which again is a 5mm. I'm going to slip that through the finding, through the top loop, and then we're going to get the jump ring, the ear wire, sorry, and slip it onto the jump ring, and then close back the jump ring. Making sure the jump ring again is properly closed. And here you go. Here are your pumpkin earrings. I hope you enjoyed the making of them. I will lie them down for you to see properly and bring you in a bit closer. Hi friends, thank you for watching October's Bargain Bead Box unboxing. Now let me show you what I've made. I did a bit of a funky twist and a necklace and a bracelet. I did them a bit both together. So let me show you what I made. So here we have the necklace with the bracelet with a clasp here and a clasp here, which you can put a clasp down here and a clasp down here, 2 clasps on this side or 2 clasps on this side. This was made with the Picasso Rainbow Jasper 10mm beads, the 8mm beads, rectangular beads. It was also made with the brass corrugated spacers, the 4mm faceted bicone beads, and the 4mm agate beads, and also these lovely floral toggle bars and toggle loops, which come as a 3-piece set. I hope you like this. Now let me show you it in 2 different ways. So first of all, let me show it you as just a necklace. So you've seen it as a necklace joined together. So let me show it you as the short necklace. So first of all, you dismantle it, which I think is a bit on the obvious side, don't you? And again, put the shorter necklace back together, and you can make it a bit on the shorter side and wear your toggle clasp wherever you wish, because it is such an ornate toggle clasp that you can wear it wherever. Then of course you have the bracelet, which is a 7.5-inch bracelet, which has the 8mm Picasso Rainbow Jaspers, the rectangular Rainbow Jaspers. It has the faceted bicone beads, it has the corrugated spacers, and on the ends it has the agate beads. So this is your bracelet. I hope that one interests you quite nicely. Now here we have a fancy pair of upside down pumpkins. So we have the Malaysian jade on top, we have some faceted green beads, we have some lovely brass leaves with some absolutely gorgeous texture, some lovely curb chain, and we have 2 acorn pendants at the bottom. Now I hope you love these earrings. Look at the glisten on those green beads. Aren't they stunning? And look at the facets on those pumpkin beads, the absolute curve on the beads here. They are great. And also you get the matching ear wires with these earrings. They are brilliant. Now I hope you like what I decided to make with this kit, because honestly it was so much fun to play with, and there are so many beautiful beads. Now hopefully there'll be some more great things to come from this kit, because it was such fun designing with it, and I've got so many more exciting things I think I want to make with it. My brain's just bubbling with excitement and so many ideas. So hopefully you'll come back and see much more things to come with this kit. So thank you for watching again, friends, and I'll see you later. Bye.